What's up, oddballs? Welcome back to the Oddity Shop, where the bazaar is always on sale. I am your curator, Zach, sitting here with the other lovely curator, Kara.
Hello.
How are you?
You know, if we're going to be honest to our wonderful listeners, you and I both have had a bad day. We've had weeks of technical issues, but we are still here, pushing through.
And I promise the next one we start, we are not going to start it with we're in a bad mood.
Or maybe we are. I don't know.
What's new with you this week?
I don't know because what did we talk about?
The cannibal.
Okay. What happened before that episode? I don't know.
I got you.
To be completely honest,
I took a trip up north to my parents' house and got to hang out for like only a couple hours, which sucked, with my cousin and his kiddos before they left. But his kids are super into the paranormal, and I got to have a very long talk with Peter because he got to see his first shadow person. And I know you listen, Peter, so
at the ice house?
I don't know, but we were talking about his shadow person. He was telling me all about it.
That's so cute. Was he scared?
Oh, he was super excited. That whole family is way
That's
into
awesome.
it.
Oh, well, yeah. That's so awesome.
And found out that one of them is doing tarot readings now.
Stop it. Aren't they little?
Peter's middle school. Grace and Mary are going into high school.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, no, it was fun to get to hang out with them. So hi, guys.
That's so cute.
And then I slept on my parents' couch that night, where the TV kept turning itself on and off. And even though Denise told me it was normal, I don't believe it.
No, you sent me that video and I was like, nope. Mm-mm.
Which was especially great the next day when I was hanging out with people from the community. I'm not going to say who exactly, but I was talking about Mom's house being creepy. She goes, "Oh, are you talking about their TV ghost?" Without me telling any of the rest of the story.
That's
so
too much.
That's the exciting stuff going on. That's about it. Although that was 4th of July for you guys. It's way past 4th of July. It's like middle of August. Summer's almost fucking over somehow.
It is middle of August. Did we do Paracon yet? Or are we about to?
Paracon is next week. Yes.
Okay. Yay! I'm so excited.
All right. You got anything else, or what do you got for the shop today?
I am sorry. I have nothing else. And I also am a failure, and I forgot to give you a question.
Oh my God.
Listen, this technical stuff set me back. Okay.
We have lost a few recordings lately.
Yeah.
And we're just smiling.
It did cause my husband to buy me a new computer that had nothing to do with the issue, though. But hey, I got a new computer.
See, there's a good thing. Brand new computer. All right. What's in the shop? Since you don't have a fucking question.
So the question is, are you ready?
Such a fucking cop out. Yes, I am.
Okay. So the other Saturday morning, before even 8:30 a.m., I was outside feeding my birds, my squirrels, my bunnies, and my chipmunk. Okay. So I have a blue jay couple. Their name is Azul and Clara.
Okay.
Do you want to know why?
Sure.
Okay. So I was trying to think of like names that like were, not necessarily male or female, but I'm like, well, they're a couple because I can tell. So Azul is blue.
Do you watch them have bird sex?
No, but you can tell. I was reading all about them and you could tell.
Do they hold wings?
Can you shut the fuck up? So so my little blue jay boy is Azul because that's blue in Spanish. And then I was like, well, I wonder what light blue is because his little mate is light blue and it's supposed to be Azul Clara or Azul Claro, and she's a female, so it's Clara. Anyway, that's those. My cardinal's name is Juicy Fruit because he's just a little plump red one. So it's Juicy Fruit.
Doesn't fit the others, but okay.
Well, yeah, it does because I don't know if it's a male or female and I want it to be like, like whatever, non-binary. And he's like a little plump juicy fruit. So he's cute. And then I have a little mini squirrel and he's like crazy. So his name is Nutball or her name, whichever. And anyways, all my bunnies' names are Judy, except for I have one named Andrew.
Oh, that's a new update.
Aaron just said that one's name was Andrew, so I went with it. And I have like 100 others that visit me and I have not yet named them.
What about the crow?
You're ruining my story.
Oh.
So I was talking to you on the phone because I don't know why we were talking at like 8:30 in the morning and I'm out fucking feeding all these animals. And you were like, you're in your green witch era. It's your green witch coming out. And then I was like, oh my God, you're right. And now I have 3 crows.
I just get the animation of Sandy from the beginning of Grease where she's like sitting at her vanity and there's all the woodland critters.
I'll take it. So now I do have 3 crows that I was making a sun catcher for. I made a really pretty sun catcher for. I haven't named them yet because they're not yet. They border my yard. They've come and they've sat on the fence, but they're not quite mine yet. I'm working on them. And I unintentionally made a green witch altar.
Ooh.
So I've pretty much become Elvira mixed with Snow White.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay. And this is all to say that we're talking witches today.
I figured that's where we were going.
So
are we going to burn anyone at the stake?
Well, if you want, but get your broomstick ready.
Oh, it's ready.
No, we're not burning anybody at the stake. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm going to clarify that I am going to read a lot straight from some articles. So I'll shout out those articles when I do. And obviously everything else will be in the show notes, like referenced. But there's just a lot of details that like the articles just make sense to read straight from, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to ask if you're ready because I know that you are. This is going to make you feel away.
All right.
A basic definition from EnglishHeritage.org states, a witch is a person who employs magical entities, which may include powers she carries within her body. So far, okay? To harm other people.
Oh.
She doesn't have to be female. She certainly doesn't have to have a hat and a broomstick. She has to be marred, lopsided. She has to be like the dead, hard, infertile. She has to hate. The dead hate the living, and the witch hates as they do. So, how are your feelings on that?
Well, I do feel like the green witches are always kind of like shown as like your typical
this is
like
just
haggard. Oh, yeah.
This is just regular. This is just a witch.
Well, then that haggard looking witch, like it's a very Halloween description of a witch.
But do you think that that is a good definition of a witch?
No.
Okay, because I think it's ignorant.
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 I feel like that's like if you asked a right-winged Christian to define a witch.
Yes, that's a very old definition of a witch. But
That's probably a more PC way to say what I just said.
yeah, but I liked yours. We know that the unknown or the misunderstood bring hate and discrimination. So that kind of is where that comes from.
So it's the people who hate like the dead.
Yeah, not witches. But we know that we've come a long way and what it is to be a witch. And I'd like to think that they're, you know, we all have a little witchiness in us, you know? Ask Denise. She'd be witching it up. Okay. Carrie Ward wrote an article in Cosmo, and I'm going to read it and break down the types of witches, okay?
Perfect.
Or I'm going to break down her version of a witch first, I guess I should say. So witches have been around for centuries. Although the witch influencer or on Instagram or witch talk is something new, whether you're looking for advice on which crystal will completely transform your life, or a full moon ritual, or 3 to try, you can probably find a witch influencer telling you all you need to know in a 1-minute video or infograph, which is kind of cool. But let's get into a little bit of witch history. If we look back to ancient times, communities around the world would have had one or more wise people or healers who would have been called upon to share folk magic, remedies for illness, crop protection, good weather, and sometimes, ironically, starving off evils of witches. Alas, by the 16th century, a Christian-led obsession with the power of the devil and the need for vigilance against sin brought these wise people under the spotlight and deemed them guilty by association. All of it was witchcraft. So again, when people don't understand things, what happens?
Oh, we just say they're evil. Yeah, burn them.
They're evil. Right. Thus began a shameful chapter of the witch prosecutions and executions through the 16th and 17th centuries. The mid-20th century saw a positive reveal of the term witch through the Wiccan movement in the USA and the UK, which spread into many feminist and goodness consciousness movements. Consciousness? I can't say that. Movement.
Consciousness?
Thank you.
Got you.
Today, many people from many different spiritual traditions and cultures are reclaiming the word witch. So it's kind of cool. We're taking it back. Just make sure the person wants to be called a witch before you do. It can be a very individual thing. Witchcraft has always been...
Are there witches who don't want to be called witches?
I think so.
Oh.
Maybe they like a different term. I don't know.
Maybe like healer.
Yeah. Witchcraft has always been innately linked to the marginalized, misunderstood, isolated, and strange. And as witchcraft has I can never say this word, proliferated.
Proliferated.
Thank you.
Just sound it out, Kara.
I can't. It has become increasingly diverse and open to personal interpretation. In 2022, there are many, many types of witches. A quick scroll through Witch Talk will show you everything from traditional rituals to a more wellness-based approach focused on affirmations. Witches are here to stay, people, and maybe you're among their growing number already. But which witch are you? So, just like Carrie implied in that article, there are many types of witches. And depending on where you read, you can literally look it up right now and you'll find an article that says there are 44 types, or 33, or 5, or 10, or 3. It just really depends on where you go.
Okay, wait, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What kind of witch likes to hang out at the beach?
A sand witch.
That's the kind I'd be.
You would.
Just slather some mayo on me.
A Reuben sandwich.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
I eat enough kraut that, I'm halfway there.
So witchcraft is all in how you interpret it and a lot of emotions and intuitions. So I am not saying that you have to be categorized into a specific offshoot of a witch. If you just want to be a witch, just be a witch. But there are different types or different focuses, if you will. So nobody come for me. I am not trying to categorize people. I'm just trying to,
She's trying to put you in a box.
Little shit started. Okay. But as magic can be interpreted multiple ways, so can witches. So here are 10, just 10, for us to go through from witchhq.com. Okay.
Right.
So we're just going to kind of go through them. And again, there's multiple more. There's different names for each one, but we're just kind of talking witchiness all
Top
around.
10.
Okay. Yeah.
Top 10 witches coming at you right now when Kara's done drinking.
Sorry, needed a little refresh. Okay. Green witch or hedge witch. I'll say that 10 times fast. Hedge witch.
I'm surprised you said it one time.
Okay. So one type of witch is the traditional witch, also known as the hedge or green witch, who is often associated with nature and the elements. These witches are believed to have a deep connection to the natural world and may practice magic that is focused on healing, divination, and spiritual growth. They may also use natural materials such as herbs and crystals in their magic practices. Green witches are also known as garden witches and are focused on the natural world and plants and animals that inhabit it. Hedge witches, on the other hand, are more focused on the spiritual aspect of nature and may use their connection to the natural world and the personal growth and development. Okay. How do you feel about that?
Okay, as you're developing your garden witch, green witchness, how I feel about that is, can you do something for my houseplants? Because they are struggling this year.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'm still, learning.
I'll figure it out quickly. They're dying.
Okay. I will. Kitchen witch. So another type of witch is the kitchen witch, who is focused on the practical aspects of magic and may use their skills to improve their daily lives and the lives of those around them. Kitchen witches may use magic to help with cooking, cleaning, and other household tasks. And they may also be skilled in herbal remedies and natural healing techniques.
I've heard of that one.
How do you feel about that?
Good. I think, bought Mom the Kitchen Witch book. And that definitely covers most of the things in there. It's like household magic.
Okay. Yeah.
It reminds me kind of the mom from Harry Potter. What was I
don't know.
The Weasley's mom.
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. Go on. Somebody's yelling at their phone right now, so.
A crystal witch. So a crystal witch is a type of witch who uses crystals and minerals in their magic practices. Crystal witches may believe that crystals have specific energies and properties that can be harnessed for a variety of purposes, such as healing, divination, and personal growth. They may use crystals in their magic rituals, meditations, and spells, and may also carry or wear certain crystals for their intended energies. Crystal witches may also be interested in the metaphysical properties of crystals and may study and research various ways in which crystals can be used in magic. And so overall, crystal witches see crystals as powerful tools that can be used to enhance and enrich their magical practices. So what were you going to say?
I don't know if I would consider myself a witch at this point in my life, but so far this would be the one that resonates
you relate
the most
to
with me.
I know.
Yes. Resonates, get it? Like a crystal resonates.
You're such a dweeb. Okay.
My Chris told me to say that.
Oh my God. Cosmic witch. A cosmic witch is a type of witch who focuses on the energies and rhythms of the cosmos in their magic practices. Cosmic witches may believe that the movements and positions of celestial bodies, such as the stars and planets, have an influence on the energy of the earth and the lives of people. As a result, cosmic witches may study astrology, astronomy, and other related subjects in order to better understand the cosmic forces at work in the world. They may also use this knowledge in their magic practices, incorporating celestial energies and rhythms into rituals, spells, meditations. And they see themselves as being in harmony with the universe and may strive to align their actions and intentions with the cosmic forces around them.
Oh, okay. So listen here, all you white girls, before you go on that first date. If you are looking up signs and compatibility, you might just be a cosmic witch.
Cosmic witch. Right? See, everyone has a little witchy.
Everyone practices a little bit of witchcraft.
I know. Okay, so plant witch. A plant witch is a type of witch who has a strong connection to plants and the natural world. Plant witches may be skilled in herbalism and may use their knowledge of plants in their magic practices. They may also use plants in their spells, rituals, and other magical workings, incorporating elements such as herbs, flowers, and other plant materials in their practice. Plant witches may also be interested in the spiritual and energetic properties of the plants and may use this knowledge to connect with the natural world and the spirit of plants. So we know you're not a plant witch.
I try. A lot of mine have been alive for years. Honestly,
I feel like you used to be.
The reason they're having problems this year is because they've needed to be repotted for like 2 years, and I just have not.
They have.
That.
Yeah. Okay. So then we move on to a sea witch. And I just think of Ursula because she's a sea witch.
Definitely.
A sea witch is a type of witch who has a strong connection to the ocean and the creatures that inhabit it. Sea witches may be drawn to the sea for its beauty, power, and mystery, and may use their connection to the ocean in their magic practice. They may also be interested in spiritual and energetic properties of the ocean and may use this knowledge in their spells and rituals. Sea witches use elements such as shells, seaweeds, and other ocean-related materials in their magic. And they may also work with the spirits of the sea, such as mermaids and the aquatic beings.
So these are the witches to definitely not fuck with.
It sounds fun, though. I love the ocean and the water.
I like the water. I don't know if I like swimming in the ocean.
It does get a little sketch.
Yeah, depends.
Okay. Ceremonial witches. There are also ceremonial witches who are focused on the ritual and ceremonial aspects of magic. These witches may practice a specific tradition or path, such as Wicca, or I've never heard of this. Thelma?
I don't know.
Thelem. I've never heard of that. Thelma? Wicca? Obviously, Wicca. Okay.
Right.
And may be highly skilled in the use of magical tools and symbolisms. So that's kind of like what I feel like most people think of a witch as. Which
is funny, too, because the people who would most highly prosecute witches also do the same ceremonial magic. They just do it under a religious front.
Yeah. So solitary and coven-based witches. So in addition to these types of witches, there are also solitary witches who practice magic on their own and coven witches who practice magic in a group setting. Again, that's only a few of what witches can identify with. Like I said before, I'd like to think that we all have some kind of witch in us. So now let's go into the signs that you might be a witch.
Ooh.
Okay.
Although before we do that, I do have to agree with you. I think just about everyone has some sort of practice or routine or something that they do, which could be considered a little bit witchy. And I don't know. I might be getting ahead of it, though. But I think we all just try to tap into that energy.
Well, when I was kind of reading into this and stuff like that, and it's perfect that you said this, because that was one of the things is that people think routines or whatever, or people are like, oh, I'd love to be like witchy or whatever, but you are. And even one of the points that I read was like your skincare regimen or your skincare routine is actually a ritual.
Well, look at the ingredients. Half of it's plants. Right.
Well, that's what I mean. But also because you're doing it every time you're putting intent into it. Yeah. That's a ritual.
Or just like people who write their affirmations or do meditation like that. It's all ritualistic
little
stuff.
Ritual.
Yeah.
Okay. George Raoul gave Medium.com 15 signs that you're a witch, and they were good. So
we're
going with what George says. Okay. So he says, throughout history, the term witch has been surrounded by mystique, folklore, and often fear. While the stereotypical image of a witch might involve a pointy hat, a broomstick, and a cauldron, the reality is more nuanced. In various cultures, being a witch has been associated with possessing certain mystical abilities or a connection with the spiritual realm. In this article, we'll explore 15 signs that may suggest that you have a touch of mystical in you.
Ooh.
Numero uno, intuitive abilities. If you find yourself frequently relying on your intuition and gut feelings, it might be a sign of latent mystical abilities. Witches are often portrayed as having a heightened sense of intuition, allowing them to perceive things beyond the ordinary.
Makes sense.
2, strong connection with nature. Witches are often depicted as having a profound bond with the natural world. If you feel an
Inexplicable
connection to the elements, plants, and animals, it could be a sign that you have witchy inclination. Dream magic is number 3. Witches are said to possess the ability to communicate or receive messages through dreams. If you find your dreams filled with symbolic, vivid images or a sense of otherworldliness, you might be tapping into the realm of dream magic.
Ooh, all those astral projectors out there.
Okay, so number 4 is sensitivity to energy. Witches are believed to have a heightened sensitivity to energy fields. If you often feel the energy around you, sense changes in the atmosphere, or feel the emotions of others strongly, it could be a sign that you have mystical nature. Number 5 is interest in occult practices. A genuine interest in occult practices such as astrology, tarot reading, herbalism might be an indicator of the latent witchy nature. Many witches explore these realms to deepen their understanding of the mystical arts.
Gonna say, I feel like that one sort of just speaks for itself.
Yeah, I know. 6, empathetic abilities. Witches are often associated with empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. If you find yourself deeply connected to the emotions of those around you, it might be a sign of your empathetic and potentially witchy nature. And then this is also kind of going off with the dream. So lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is the ability to control and be aware of your dreams, is a trait often linked to witchcraft. If you frequently find yourself aware and in control of your dreams, it could be a sign of your magical potential.
Ooh.
Number 8 is adept at manifestation. So witches are often believed to have the ability to manifest their desires through their focused intention. If you've experienced successes in manifesting your goals or desires, it might be a sign of your innate witchcraft abilities.
God, that's one I wish I had.
I know. Well, I think we're pretty good at manifesting.
Better.
Yeah. 9 is animal familiars. In folklore, witches are often accompanied by an animal familiar. While this may not manifest literally, if you have a strong connection with animals or have a particular animal that appears frequently in your life, it could be a symbolic manifestation of your mystical nature. 10, unexplained healing abilities. Some witches are associated with healing powers. If you find that people around you often feel better in your presence or that you have an instinct for holistic well-being, it might be a sign of your latent healing abilities. 11 is a connection to the moon. Witches are commonly associated with lunar cycles, and many believe in the power of the moon phases. If you feel a strong connection to the moon, experience heightened emotions during certain lunar phases, or find solace in moonlight nights, you might be attuned to your mystical energies of the moon. 12 is powerful dreams and visions. Some of these are kind of repeats. Beyond regular dreaming, witches are often believed to have powerful visions and provide insights into the future or guidance from their spiritual realm.
It gives me like a That's So Raven vibe.
Yes. If you've experienced a vivid
You got to give me more of the word to guess it for you.
No, I'm just trying to take a prophetic dreams.
Prophetic.
Or visions. Thank you. It could be a sign of your mystical nature. 13 is affinity for rituals and ceremonies. Witches are often engage in rituals and ceremonies to harness energy and manifest their intentions. If you find yourself drawn to ritualistic practices or enjoy creating your own ceremonies, it might be an expression of your witchy tendency. 14 is a connection to the ancestral magic. Some individuals have a strong connection to their ancestry and may feel a calling to explore ancestral magic. If you find yourself drawn to the practices and the beliefs of your ancestors, it could be a sign of your inherent mystical nature.
I'm not familiar with ancestral magic. I wonder what that would entail.
Well, I mean, that's really just calling on your ancestors of like what type they did.
Oh, okay.
So really, though, if you think about it, everyone that's interested in doing like 23andMe and Ancestry.com, like you're trying to learn about your ancestry. So that's kind of like your little witchiness. Like you're trying to tap into like to learn about your ancestry. So that's kind of, the same. And then 15 is an aversion to conformity. Witches historically have been associated with nonconformity and the rejection of social norms. If you've always felt a bit unconventional, questioned authority, or resisted societal expectations, it could be a sign of your witchy independence.
See, we didn't go through a punk stage. We were just budding witches.
We're just witches. So while the idea of being a witch may conjure images of magic wands and spell books, the signs mentioned here are rooted in deeper connection to intuition, nature, and the unseen energies that surrounded us. Embracing these signs can lead to more profound understanding of oneself and the exploration of the mystical aspects that make each person unique. Whether you choose to identify as a witch or simply appreciate the magic in everyday life, these signs can serve as a guide to unlocking the mysteries within. So, based on everything we talked about, give me your feelings of witches.
I mean, I feel like we've seen over the last couple of years, like a huge cultural shift. Now I can't speak in the way we view witchcraft, right? Where it came from that tropey, witches are bad, the spell books, the wand, to this more like, not ethereal isn't the right word, but this like connection to the world and others around you. It's become much more of, I would say, a mindset than it is a practice, right? And being open to different
still
beliefs.
Kind of a practice, like your mindset you're practicing. So yeah,
but it's less of this like, living in a swamp hut and grinding up newts and stuff, to more of this like really just kind of metaphysical. Everyone has that power within them, and it's if you choose to tap into it or not.
Yeah. Okay, so again, based on what we kind of talked about, I think you already kind of picked, but what kind of witch do you think that you are?
I gotta go with that crystal witch. I never intended to become somebody who collected rocks.
They're all around you right now.
Yeah, they're literally all around me right now, and they're like in all my planters everywhere. And I found a bunch of cool ones out in nature last weekend. Like, there's nothing more peaceful to me than just like spending hours finding cool rocks. And while I might not believe that the rock itself can bring out, like, do I think like, having a protection rock is protecting me? No, I think it's the thoughts and intentions and feelings I put into that specific type of rock, right, that then gives it its more metaphysical property.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely going crystal witch.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you take a quiz and then we'll see what witch it says you are.
Perfect. We'll come right back after you get the results.
Okay, so we made Zach take a quiz, and don't come for me, this is just for fun. It was like a BuzzFeed witch quiz that I'll have linked. But it told us, and it's not a witch that we talked about, but Zach is an elemental witch. And elemental witches follow a path that allows them to work with energies based on the 4 elements: fire, water, earth, and air. Much of their craft is based on the ceremonial engaging with each. And there's a whole bunch more. But see, I told you there's so many different witches.
I guess so. That makes sense though. The pendant that I wear every day is about the 4 elements. So
okay, so moving forward.
Did you take the test?
Yeah, I got a green witch.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
I even took it after. I was like, I'm a green witch. And I took it and it said, I'm a green witch. Okay, so for those of you that might identify yourself as a green witch like me, or if you want to suck up to me, here are some ways that you can become a green witch.
Please don't suck up to her. Her ego is plenty big enough.
I was also going to, this is like a really kind of a longer episode, but I was going to keep a section in that is like gifts for green witches. And I was like, no, that's too much.
Too much.
Okay. So here are some things that you can kind of do to help hone in on your green witchness. because like I said, we're talking about me. So number
again.
one is genus loci. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh,
okay.
Let me try to guess it. So genus is usually like naming of plants or animals. So is it like giving plants and animals certain attributes?
So basically, genus loci are the spirits of the land. So this includes your local trees, brushes, flowers, rivers, soil, stone, oceans, all of that kind of stuff. So you should learn as much about them as you can. And then this will help you harness your energies. So I've downloaded some like apps and I can take pictures of all the stuff on my little walks and stuff so I can learn.
Cute.
So you should, number 2, keep a record. So a grimoire, if you will. And this is where you can keep all your notes that you've learned about all of your genus loci. And I started taking pictures of all my animal friends so I can put it in mine.
Perfect.
And then you can just document the type of plants and trees, local folklore, you know, all the kind of stuff that you can figure out in your area. Grow green things. So this is kind of self-explanatory, but you grow plants, herbs, flowers, and have a spot outside or inside for them. And then this is what I've accidentally done, which is so funny, is build a green altar. So this will be to honor the local land spirits, elements, and fairies. This can be a shelf or a side table, and then you can make it as simple or, you know, extravagant as you want. And you can add objects like that represent the elements, water, candles, herbs. And I accidentally did it. I know Zach would know, but like where I had like all like the alcohol set up on that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone now. It's all plants.
Oh,
it's
good.
all like growing plants. I have feathers that I found, like a blue jay feather. I have like a little mushroom statue and candles, like, and I did it all before I even knew this. So
that's really funny too, because I do have a crystal altar without even knowing a crystal witch was a thing. So, hey.
Look at us. Okay, so you also can just like work with herbs and stuff like that, which I'm growing a bunch inside so that I can start kind of making things. And then the green man. So you build a connection with the green man. And the green man is the protector of the forest. He is ancient and can be found in nearly every forest all over the world. And you can give him natural offerings. Green magic.
All I'm thinking about is the
green bean guy or the
little green man drinking games from like college and stuff, you know, where like games that had rules, you had to take the invisible little green man off your drink. So when you said green man, I just went back to
I was thinking the vegetable guy, the green giant on peas.
Okay, totally different places there.
I like both of our ideas. So green magic. So use natural materials in your craft like cinnamon, oregano, pepper, cumin, thyme, all those little kitcheny things, and get the fuck outside. Be outside as much as possible. By going outside, you're not only connecting with the earth and elements, you're cleansing your aura and negative energy, all that negative debris, and you're supporting your overall health. And I told you this, I recently had a horrible headache. It was kind of moving towards a migraine, and I just had to go outside. I just went outside and I planted my feet in the grass and I laid in the grass, and almost immediately my headache was gone. I told you it was so weird.
Yeah. It's impressive, though, how much it works sometimes just getting out into nature.
And then working with wildlife. So animals, insects gravitate to you. So talk to them. I talk to mine every fucking day. It's my favorite time of the day when I can go out and just like watch them and talk to them.
I know, because also the same time you usually call me, and then half the time you're just talking to your animals.
Talking to them, yeah. So you set up homes for them, feed them, learn about them.
Wait, do you think I'm one of your animals?
No. Learn about all the animal omens, like what they mean. And then the 4 elements. So without earth, air, fire, and water, there would be no magic. So learn about all 4. And then start to incorporate these things in your daily, start some rituals. They don't have to be complicated. So you can have a ritual bath. Zach can tell you all about it.
Which is funny, too, because when I do that, I usually turn on a fan and a candle. And then you have water. And then I have the tea that I make. So I have all my 4 elements in there. So I guess I'm more elemental than I thought.
You kind of are. And like I said, you don't have to classify yourself as just one witch.
Yeah, but I'm saying the quiz was right.
I'm just letting everybody else know. Okay, so anyway, you can do ritual baths. Tending and bonding to your houseplants can be, little witchy. Garden maintenance. Open your windows, let the air in. Go on a nature walk. Use a candle. Pull a tarot card. All of this kind of stuff. Like you said earlier, affirmations, all of that stuff. Add some affirmations into your day. So here are some to start for a green witch.
Okay.
I will allow nature to grow, guide me. Magic flows through me. I speak the language of nature. I draw power from nature and living things. You know, there's just some, got them on Pinterest. It's nothing crazy.
Okay, so here's what I like about those affirmations, though, because those were really good ones. Because, okay, so I sometimes get on my soapbox about little nitpicky things.
Yeah.
But affirmations should always be written as if you already have it, right? So, like, read the last one again.
Okay. I draw power from nature and living things.
Perfect. So that's I draw power.
Yep.
Awesome. So like saying like I will do something or I'm going to, not a good affirmation. Yeah. All right. Just a little hint for you affirmers out there. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So to close this out, I'm going to leave you with a spell to try.
Ooh.
And this doesn't have to necessarily be for Greenwich, but you know, it's kind of like outdoorsy. So if you are interested in this kind of stuff that we're talking about right now, go to otherworldlyoracle.com. They have, this is for you too, Zach, I'm telling you, they have so much stuff on there. No, I just keep finding different like articles and off branches of articles that are, they're just so cool. Like actually I need to tell you.
We'll make sure under our references, that'll be the top reference.
Yeah, it's so cool. So on this spell that we're talking about, the intention is to manifest your dreams plant spell. That's the spell. Okay.
Okay.
The timing is new moon and full moon.
Noted.
Okay.
When is our next new moon or full moon? Well, I guess though it wouldn't help if we look it up.
Yeah.
Go on. You guys look up your next new or full moon.
Okay, so the ingredients you need: a healthy growing plant, preferably one that's blooming, some of your hair, so just take it from a comb or a brush, you don't need to be cutting chunks of hair, water, and just put it like in something to hold in a cup, a vessel, something cool. Wine, again, put it in a cup, something. A knife or garden shears, and then a small sachet or muslin bag.
Okay.
So just a little bag. You don't have to be crazy. So these are the plant manifestation magic instructions. So this spell is in 2 parts. You'll perform the first part on the new moon, which is the preparation. And then on the full moon, the second part, which will be completed, which...
Oh, I thought it was optional. Okay, it's a 2-part.
Oh, no. Yeah, so the second part will be complete, which manifestation or like the harvest. Okay, so on the new moon, gather a bit of your hair and take your hair in a cup of water with you. Go to your garden or nearest forest. Walk in silence. Choose one plant, preferably a blooming plant that calls to you. Kneel down and place your hair around the trunk/stem of that plant. And then say, as I offer a bit of myself to nourish you, dear, insert the name of the plant, whatever, pine tree, whatever it is. I ask that you nourish my intention to whatever your intention is. So it could be like, manifest your dream job, blah, blah, blah. So my intention to blank, with each inch you grow, with each inch seed I sow, my dream manifests and comes true. So your hair is going to serve as a personal offering or sacrifice to the spirit. And then that gives the energy to do your manifestation. So then you're going to cover your hair with dirt so that it's not visible to any passerby. Then take the water that you brought and water the plant. And then you're going to say, this water acts as a conduit of manifestation. So then you're going to wait 2 weeks. And on the full moon, you're going to revisit that plant by the light of the moon. Take a basket or a small bag with you and also bring a cup of water and wine and that knife. Harvest a bit of that plant.
Okay.
So if it's a flower or bark, whatever. While you harvest, thank the plant for nourishing your dream and growing its reality. You are symbolically harvesting, reaping your dreams.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. So put the plant
it's
in your
very
bag.
Visual.
Yeah, I love it. So put the plant in your bag and pour the water and wine onto the ground in gratitude. Go home and in the light of the full moon, place a bit of your plant into a small sachet or muslin bag. Charge it in full moon light and carry it on until your dreams manifestation comes to light. So you can put it in an appropriate place to keep it safe.
And wine doesn't kill your plant?
Well, because remember, you're just taking a bit of it. So it could just be the bark. It could be, you're not necessarily planting.
Oh, I thought you had to put the wine and the water back on the mother plant. Oh, on the part you cut off.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. You're going to put that at the base or whatever.
Okay.
Because basically you're just as gratitude. So put the plant in your bag and pour the water and wine onto the ground in gratitude. So the ground by where you are.
Okay.
All right. So once your dreams manifest, bury your spell bag in the garden or yard. And that's it.
Perfect.
I will leave you with a disclaimer. And this is from the article, a warning on manifestation magic and plant spells, not smells. First, just because you do a oh my God,
just
spell,
because you smell bad
doesn't mean your dreams will come true in real life. A, they have to be realistic and within reach. And B, you have to put in the work behind them to make them actually manifest. For example, you'll never get that dream job or the job of your dreams if you never educate yourself, network, and apply yourself. Second, always be careful with plants you work with in nature. Some may be poisonous and some may be endangered. Research the plant before handling it and always handle unknown plants with gloves.
And make sure it's not poison ivy.
Never consume or use unknown plants topically. Only take a small amount of what you need, not the entire plant. And I'll post that because that was a lot. So I will post it and we can all do our little manifestation.
Okay. All right.
In
so
the moonlight.
With that, when I'm manifesting this, when you do this, write into us with your results. You can email us. Our email's below. You can go on our website and write in, but we want to hear what you manifested and if it worked and, all sorts of fun.
Yeah. And remember, just like that spell, with each inch you grow, that's putting into the manifestation. So it's not going to happen right away, people. You got to put work in. In
the wise words of Britney Spears, you better work, bitch.
You better work, bitch.
Okay. So are we thinking a little plant emoji?
Oh, that would be cute. Or don't they have a wand?
Ooh, like yes, the wand. Use the magic wand if you've made it this far. Drop it on one of our social posts. It's our little Easter egg. What else, Kara? Let's
We love witches. Witch, you're a witch.
We love you guys. If you feel inclined to, I might manifest you leaving us some reviews or sharing our podcast with your friends. And
that would be fabulous. Please, and actually, no matter what you do, share it with other people.
Yes.
That's what we need you to do.
Truly appreciate it.
Share. Cult.
Yes, we're trying to form a cult here, damn it. With all that being said, Kara, what are we going to close the shop up with? Or what do we need to do before we close the shop up? I can't talk.
We need to go to bed. We appreciate you. We really do. We thank you. If you could do us a favor and share this with 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends, it would really mean a lot to us. We're kind of in a lull and it's making us a little sad, but we still love you guys. And we're going to keep on doing this because we love doing it. But, with all of that said, just do the most important thing, which is creep it real, you oddballs.
Goodbye.
Bye.